Biden said, "Watch me," and we watched him fall asleep. Now we're watching Trump, the man that never sleeps. I'm just tired looking at his schedule. In the last day, the president flew 14 hours to Israel, hugged hostage families, and delivered a speech to their parliament. Then flew to Egypt, met with the president, spoke to the press, signed a peace deal, gave another speech, met with more world leaders, and then flew back home at the crack of dawn. He touched down at 2:30 in the morning. Instead of going to bed, blew up a Coke boat, then welcomed the president of Argentina at 1, and then got invited to go on another trip.
I'm just a little busy. I'd love to go to Argentina. I'd like to be like Biden. I'd like to go to the beach. My body is a little bit larger than his. I'm not sure it would be appreciated on the beach, but I'm not going to take a chance. You won't see me in a bathing suit. You won't see in a bathing suit sitting on a beach in Argentina, falling down, and not being able to lift a 3-ounce chair.
Argentina's president this time didn't bring a chainsaw, but he didn't come empty-handed. He gave Trump a framed Nobel nomination.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much.
And when he did this letter, Mr. President, your settlement in the Middle East wasn't done. So we have to do a new letter
Let's do an
to include that, because this is a very important.
You'll have to add one extra sentence.
Exactly.
Trump, too, was in a giving mood. Zelensky's coming to town Friday, and Christmas might come early.
I know what he has to say. He wants weapons. He would like to have tomahawks. Everyone else wants tomahawks. And we have a lot of tomahawks. Tomahawk is a... Do you need any tomahawks in Argentina?
You get a tomahawk. You get a tomahawk. Everyone gets tomahawks. Well, not you, ABC.
Your ABC fake news.
Mr. President,
Brian, please.
First of all,
I
congratulations.
don't take questions from ABC fake news. After what you did with Stephanopoulos to the Vice President of the United States, I don't take questions from ABC fake news.
The world's heaping praise on 47 over the last 24 hours, but there's another man who deserves some credit. Charlie Kirk. If it wasn't for Charlie, Trump might not have made it back to the White House, and the world wouldn't be celebrating Mideast peace. And today was Charlie's 32nd birthday. Trump made sure he made it back for the party.
I raced back halfway around the globe. I was going to call Erica and say, Erica, could you maybe move it to Friday? And I didn't have the courage to call. But you know why I didn't call? Because I heard today was Charlie's birthday. And I said, you know, that was a definite. And I said, we're going to have to forget about some of those very big, very rich countries that expected me to be there.
Charlie's closest friends and family gathered at the White House to celebrate his life. Most of the cabinet and high-ranking politicians were in attendance because Charlie helped them get there. Charlie's biggest supporters in conservative media showed up, and I was lucky enough to be there with Emma. And you could feel God watching over us.
To the glory of our Savior, with whom he now rests in heaven, and he is going to make heaven. I said, I'm not sure I can make it, but he's going to make it. He's there. He's looking down on us right now. It's so incredible. Look at this, how this turned out. This was supposed to be so dark and cloudy. Not dark and cloudy, is it? Look at that, how beautiful that is.
Trump awarded Charlie America's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. The medal was originally established by President Truman in 1945.
He was assassinated in the prime of his life for boldly speaking the truth, for living his faith and relentlessly fighting for a better and stronger America. He loved this country. And that's why this afternoon it's my privilege to posthumously award Charles James Kirk our nation's highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Thank you.
His widow, Erica, accepted the medal and said Charlie couldn't have gotten a better birthday gift.
I have spent 7.5 years trying to find the perfect birthday gift for Charlie. And it's so difficult. And those of you that have spouses or loved ones, you know how difficult it is sometimes to buy a gift for someone that you love. Because he wasn't a materialistic man, so that also did not help. But now I can say with confidence, Mr. President, that you have given him the best birthday gift he could ever have.
But maybe an even better gift came from Charlie's daughter.
She said, "Happy birthday, Daddy. I want to give you a stuffed animal." "I want you to eat a cupcake with ice cream, and I want you to go have a birthday surprise. I love you," is what she said.
At that moment, many in the audience began to cry. And then Erica said Charlie's son, who isn't able to even talk yet, gave Charlie another gift. He became the man of the house by becoming potty trained at 16 months. That puts Jesse Jr. to shame. Trump says Charlie's greatest gift, though, was his wife, Erica.
He said, "You won't believe how beautiful she is." I said, "Well, then now that I meet her, he's right." But then he also said, "And you know what? She's like the smartest person I know." He was deeply in love with you. It's great. Erica, your love and courage have been an inspiration to all of us, and we will always be here for you, and we're always going to be here for your gorgeous, beautiful children. And we'll never forget what your family has sacrificed for our country.
Charlie Kirk died for free speech and was wearing a shirt that said freedom when an assassin's bullet ripped through his body. Erica noted that freedom is what drove the colonists to create our founding documents, and freedom should be Charlie's legacy.
His name, Charles, literally means free man. And that's exactly who my husband was. He was a free man. His story reminds us all that to live free is the greatest gift, but to die free is the greatest victory.
President Trump mentioned that, like Socrates, St. Peter, Lincoln, and MLK, Charlie was a martyr for truth and freedom and gave his life for America and for Jesus Christ. Charlie lost his life, but he's helped save thousands of lives by fighting to put America first and putting Trump back in the White House. The Iranian nuclear program has been obliterated, and the hostages are home. And peace on earth is not out of reach. Charlie, in a way, was a prophet and saw Donald Trump would be the right leader to restore this great American republic and spread love throughout the Holy Land. The Jews and Arabs can't agree on anything, but they both agreed that they trusted Donald Trump.
I think today what I've been mostly struck by is Donald Trump's sheer force of personality. There are not many men, not many leaders who can walk into the Knesset in Israel to such rapturous applause, such a warm welcome, and then, less than an hour later, appear in a room of world leaders, Arab and Muslim leaders, and have the same kind of warm welcome. It really is his force of nature which has managed to make this happen.
A few months ago, the media was saying this was impossible.
He just wants Gaza emptied so they can build hotels.
I think it's the same idea of what we were talking about with Ukraine, is that he didn't understand why it wasn't being done before he was there. Then he got into office and realized, wow, this is really, really hard. No. And now he's turned his attention elsewhere.
It's not black and white.
That's what's happening.
Yeah, it's complicated.
Ye of little faith. Why would the media be wrong about everything and suddenly be right? Trump has experienced political redemption, and now some members of the press are starting to repent.
I didn't think it was going to happen. Bravo to America. Bravo to the Trump administration. Bravo to President Trump.
Even notorious non-believers are experiencing a spiritual awakening.
Credit where credit is due. Donald Trump did something good. It's kind of surprising to see him do something good.
What a day for Donald Trump. You know what? He finally did something positive today, and I want to give him credit for it because I know he's not the type to take credit for himself.
Biden swallowing his pride and saying congrats to Trump. So did Kamala. So did the Clintons. But Obama won't do it. He's realizing slowly he's not the Messiah, and the words just won't come out. Barry can take his time, but there's no denying the success. Just ask Donald Trump's latest dinner guest.
Have the humility to give it up for enormous success on any level.
I agree.
Trump, not my choice, didn't vote for him, but
somehow, a lot of people did.
And he's... I can't deny the success.
I can't either.
At this moment in time, Trump has enormous international political capital. He has the Arab world in his corner. The memories of Operation Midnight Hammer are still fresh. NATO's fully funded and about to turn up the heat on Russia. Zelensky's in town later this week, and Putin's under pressure. The Monroe Doctrine's back. We call it the Dunroe Doctrine. And he's cut trade deals on the Pacific Rim with our allies, encircling the Chinese. Trump's meeting Xi Jinping soon in South Korea, and both sides are exchanging heavy blows over trade. The president has to finesse the power struggle so China saves face, and the American economy remains dominant, and it will, always, because we embrace freedom. Putin's a nuisance, but he can be neutralized with a little help from the Chinese. The American decline is over. With Charlie's spirit still alive, the United States can win the 21st century. Erica said freedom without God is chaos, and urged those in attendance today to not live in fear. Being a free American, brave and unafraid, with faith in God, is the recipe for success.
In Charlie's honor, we will continue like we have been to fight, 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 and to win, win, win. We're going to win so much.
Happy birthday, Charlie. We love you.